Welcome! My name is Debbie and this is Pouring My Art Out for the Lord. So today I am working with the Junk Journal Studios Winter Collage and Cluster Mega Pack. And I have something really special for you today. We've never done this before. I'm going to show you how to make this little folio. These are some other projects that I made with this beautiful kit. I'll just put these aside for a minute. And I just want to show you a little bit of this folio, and I'm going to show you how to make it in a second. So here's the front, here's the back. It's got pockets, pockets, pockets. Little belly band there. It's a fairly small profile, but it's got a lot of things in it. This is another little flip with a pocket and some little bits. So here's the fattest part of the profile at the bottom. Here's the top. So if you wanted to make this for like a journal insert, it would probably be good to put not quite as many pockets and inserts as I did in here. But this is perfect for a standalone project, and just tie it with a beautiful ribbon and, you know, good to go. If you wanted to do happy mail, you could open it up like this and it would be fairly flat to mail. So lots of options with this folio. So you open up like this first of all, and there's a tag here and a little journal little tag here. So you've got a slanted pocket on both sides and a little pocket there. Then you open it up again, and you've got all of this beautiful spread. You've got a vertical pocket on either side here, and you've got little inserts here. This one has that pocket at the back. This one has a similar insert. This one has a little tuck here. So I thought this would be a really great little happy mail, or even an in-person mail, to give to someone that, you know, maybe is having a hard time in the winter, or just maybe needs a little cheer in the winter. You could, there's so many places to write here. Just write a few little, these are all the inserts just from this one page here. Write a little note of encouragement to them, some scriptures, some quotes, some, you know, just a beautiful little bit of poetry, or just, you know, some encouragement to that spring is coming, or encouragement to just look at the beauty of the winter. And then, you know, they can discover all of these little secrets in here and all of these little encouragements. I think that would be a beautiful gift for anyone. And then on this side, I have a little flip, and I've put this together with a piece of Velcro. Here I have a little side pocket with a little insert again, and this opens up. Here we have a little envelope, and I've glued that on like a pocket. There's a little insert here that I folded up, and a couple of tickets stapled to the side of this one. And did I show you? No, I don't. Yes, I showed you all of the back. There's so much in this one, I can't remember what I showed you and what I didn't show you. So I just wanted to, this is kind of a unique project. What I've done is I've teamed up with Michelle at the Junk Journal Studio to make this folio into a kit. So you could definitely, you know, take all the papers and cut out all of the elements and make your own folio. But I've made it into a kit, so it's just basically cut out the pieces, put them together, and you have a beautiful folio. Like, for instance, this collage at the front here is on the paper already. It's not added to the collage. And like these tags here, this is all a part of the tag. So you don't have to have anything else besides this folio. You can make a beautiful kit. And for this particular one, I added some extra elements from the Winter Cluster Kit. For example, These things were add-ons. So you can do the basic folio and it's just done, or you can do take it up a notch and add little elements from the cluster kit. So my purpose in making this folio and doing this little collab with Michelle at the Junk Journal Studio is to make some projects for you that are just quick and easy. You know, sometimes we have an afternoon where we want to do a little crafting, but we don't want to get everything out, and you know, we don't have an idea, and it's just, you know, kind of, it seems like too much work to kind of get started on something. So this is the kind of project where it's just, you know, you print it out, you cut it out, you assemble it, you have this beautiful folio, and it's done. You don't have to worry about, you know, all of the extra thought that goes into it. So they're really quick. Everything is provided in the project aside from your basic crafting supplies and stuff like that. And they're just really quick. And what I really like about this is that you can have different levels of creativity. If you want to just do it exactly like the kit, you know, it has enough decoration that it looks beautiful. You've got enough inserts that you can, you know, just cut out everything, put it together, and it's done. If you want to cut it, to kick it up a little bit, you can, well, there's a couple of different ways. You can, first of all, it's really flexible on where you put pockets and inserts and stuff. So you can make it 2 or 3 times and it'll look quite different each time, because, you know, you can switch where the pockets and inserts and stuff go. And then if you want to kick it up another notch, then you can grab, or maybe you already have, the Winter Collage and Cluster Mega Pack from the Junk Journal Studio, and I'll link all this stuff below. You can pick up the kit and then you can add all of the extra stuff. But like, this tag is included in the folio kit. It's already got this bird tag on it. This is actually in the folio kit as well. But this little label here, I added that from the cluster kit. So it just adds a little bit extra, but without it, it's fine too. So you can decide which level of creativity you want to put into the project, how much time you have. Maybe you want to make 5 of them for, you know, a ladies' evening that you have coming up, and you just want to, you know, bang, bang, bang kind of. You could probably make 5 in an afternoon. You know, once you get going, they're, you know, they're really easy to put together. So, you know, lots of flexibility with it. So I'm going to show you how to make this. Let me know in the comments if you like this idea, if you'd like to see more little projects like this, and yeah, we'll go from there. So here we go with the tutorial. Okay, so here is the kit. The kit is 6 pages of, well, 6 pages plus a backing page, so 7 pages total. I've written on each of the pages my suggestion for what to print it on. You can do your own thing if you make the folio a little bit differently, or use the pieces for something differently. Then of course you're welcome to, you know, use what you have, do things a little bit differently, but these are my suggestions. So this one I have print double-sided on lightweight cardstock. This is page 1. So this is the base of the folio. And for the backing, I used this page for all of my backing pages. This is 2 pages from the Junk Journal Studio that I've just kind of blended together to make something interesting for the back. So it's got lines on it, so it's easy to write on the back of tags and stuff. So that's what I did for those. This one, page 2, is print single-sided on 28 to 32 pound copy paper. You could use lightweight cardstock as well if you like. I don't like using 20-pound copy paper. I find that the amount of ink that we put on just plain copy paper saturates it too much and doesn't make a great color. But if that's what all you have and that's what you want to use, go for it by all means. So this one is just single-sided on, this is my recommendation and what I use. Single-sided So that's just a series of pockets. Here's another series of pockets, same thing, single-sided on copy paper. And then the last three pages. Yeah, the last 3 pages are, so pages 4, 5, and 6, they're all numbered here. And these ones are all double-sided on lightweight cardstock. So that's what they look like here, and I just printed this on the back. So I also just wanted to quickly mention that when you're making a project that is meant to all fit together like this, you need to print each page at the same percentage, the same size. So this was meant to print at actual size. Sometimes the printers say actual size, or sometimes they'll say 100%. So make sure that you print all of the pages at 100% so that all of the pieces will fit together properly. So I'm just going to get all of this stuff cut out and inked, and then I'll be right back to show you how to put it together. Okay, so I have everything cut out and inked. I have, this is my main folio piece. These are my pockets. I'll talk about the pockets in a second. I'm just going to talk about this first. So this is meant to fold into half in the middle, and then these 2 flaps fold in as well. And then it goes like this. So what I like to do is, if you look, I've already inked this, but if you look on here, this is 10.5 inches if you've done the actual size. So you would score it at 5 1/4, and I just give kind of a light score there. And then I will probably flip it over because it works easier if that score is on the bottom. And then I fold it to the edge here, and I fold it exactly in half and make a crease. And that gives me a really exact halfway point, because, you know, you can be off a little bit here. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but, and then I put them together like this, and I score both of these layers at the same time. And the measurement on mine, the wide section, is 2 7/8. So I'd score through both of them and then fold these back. So then you have a perfectly scored and folded folio. If you look at the folio, this is the front cover and this is the back cover. We're going to cover a bunch of that, but so if you look here, front cover, back cover, and then these are the flaps that go inside like that, and then these are inside. So just for decoration purposes, I thought I would mention that. On my folio, I'm going to use some of this 3M micropore tape. It's just a really fine, quite sticky, transparent tape. You can see through it quite easily. I think it's got maybe a bit of fabric in it or something, but sometimes I use that to reinforce folds in my folios. For something this small, it wouldn't be absolutely necessary. However, it is nice to have because we're going to be putting all kinds of pockets and inserts and stuff. So there is going to be some stress on these folds. So if you have it, I would use it. If you want to get it, you can buy this at the dollar store, like kind of a off-brand at the dollar store for $1. And even the 3M version, I think I paid $2 and something for it. So it's not that expensive. And I do use it for all kinds of things. So I just reinforced my 3 folds there. Trim off these edges. Stick on my scissors here. So then my folds are nicely reinforced, and really you can't even tell that that tape is on there. You might be able to pick it up on the camera, I'm not sure. And then I'll just give one little piece of, or one little swipe of ink in the middle there, just to kind of knock that transparent kind of part in the middle, just kind of knock it back a little bit. So now, to my eye, I can't even see where that tape is. So then what I want to do is look at my pockets. So I have 2 piles of pockets, and I have these 2 panels are the same, and these 2 panels are the same. These are wider, these are narrower. And so I have 4 of these wide panels. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 4 narrow panels. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have pockets that fit in the wide panels and pockets that fit in the narrow panels, and you can mix and match any way you want. So you can make this folio more than once and it will look totally different each time. So these are the pockets for the narrow section. So I have the 2 slanted pockets, and these I'm going to put on top of my slanted pockets. You don't have to, but those are meant for the narrow section. And these tall vertical pockets are also made for the narrow section. These ones would work well on here as, you know, you could put them on here as well. Actually, you could put these on here as well too. The narrow ones will fit on the wider ones, but not vice versa. Then I have the narrow pocket, or the wider pockets. So these 3 are wider. You could put them here if you made them a little smaller, but they're meant to go on the wider section. This medium pocket is meant to go on a wider section. This tall pocket is made to go on a wider section. And these flaps, these are flaps, and they're meant to go onto the wider section. And also this envelope, depending on how you use it, I'm going to glue it on like this. That fits in the wider section, but you can also close it up and tuck it into a pocket, and then you can put it wherever you want. The other thing is this folio can be used as a standalone project, which is kind of how I'm making it. But you can also use it to tuck into a pocket. And if you want to tuck it into a pocket, you may not want all of these inserts and pockets inside of it because it will make it quite thick. So what you can do is you can print all of these pockets and flips and stuff, and you can print 2 of these folio covers, and you can actually make 2 folio covers with just 1 set of pockets, and then they'll be thinner, and then they'll be good to go for inserting into a journal. So again, I said this is my front cover, this is my back cover. So what I'm going to do on those ones, this is going to be my front cover. That's why I put this little collage here. You don't have to use it for your front cover, but I'm going to stick it there. So I just scored and folded on all of these flaps. When you're making pockets that are this small, for like this size of a folio, I like to have flaps because otherwise your pocket doesn't have a whole lot of space. If you put glue underneath on 3 sides, then you really have just a very narrow part to use as a pocket. So when I make smaller projects, I tend to put those flaps on. So there's my front cover. This one I'm going to put on for the back cover. I hate to cover up all of this beautiful stuff, but I do have another tag that has that roses section on it. So, and again, if you want to just, you know, you don't have to use all of the pockets. You can use them in different places. That's what's kind of neat about this sort of project, is you can make it several different ways. So that is going to be on my back pocket there. Then I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to work on the 2 wide sections in the middle. And one of them I'm going to put the flaps on. I'm going to put both flaps here. You don't have to. You can put 1 flap here, 1 flap here. You know, play around with how you want to do it. So I'm going to just glue 1 flap at the bottom here. Center it from side to side so that you're not right over your folds. If you're over your folds, it's not going to, your folio is not going to close very well. And these pockets are sized just slightly smaller than the width of the sections so that there is room to center it without getting right on the folds there. Okay, so there's my 2 flaps on that side. And then on this side, I'm going to use, this is the last 3 pockets that fit in the wider sections. And I'm going to put those 3 pockets over here. So just glue those on. These little pockets, you know, if you didn't have these flaps, they would be pretty small pockets. So it's nice to have the flaps. So I'm going to put one right at the bottom. Like that, side to side. Then I want the top pocket a little bit farther from the top of the folio. So a little bit extra space up there, because if you want to put something in there, you need a little bit of space. So I'm just going to tuck this really close to this one. Actually, I am actually lining it up right on that line that you can see on the background paper there. So there's not a lot of space in between those two, probably less than 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to glue this one about the same distance away from the middle pocket. Once you get, you know, all the pieces and stuff organized, they come together very quickly. Very quickly. And then you can make, you know, you can make several in different, like I said, different configurations. So there's our 3rd pocket. So now we have all of the pockets on our wider sections done. Then we have these 2 that go onto the taller sections. So you can decide if you want them there or if you want them on the inside here. I think I'm going to put them on the inside this time. So again, just glue like we've been gluing. Inside my flaps, I'm going to glue this envelope here as a pocket. You can do various things with the pocket, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to glue the bottom flap on top of the side flaps. And then I'm just going to glue all the way on the back. You could just glue on 3 sides, but I think we've got enough inserts in here. So I'm just going to glue the whole back and put that pretty close to the bottom here, not over the fold, but that'll cover up that little flap there. This flap is still showing. It doesn't bother me because it's not that obvious, but we can put something there later. I'll show you. So there is our kind of other pocket on that side. Then on this side, I have these pockets that I'm going to put on. So for this pocket, I'm just going to do it a little bit differently. You could just glue it on, glue this pocket on, and then glue this pocket on the top. But I'm just going to do something because I've got a tab here. I'm just going to cut this tab off. So don't be afraid to modify things a little bit if you like. And then I'm just going to glue this pocket on. And then this pocket, I'm going to open up the flap that corresponds to this short side. And instead of putting glue on this side like I normally do, I'm going to put it on the inside. Then I'm going to tuck this underneath the pocket and glue it onto the pocket, the underside of the pocket. So now that's glued just to the underside of the pocket there. Then I'm going to put glue on the outside, just like we've normally been doing, of these 2 other flaps and fold over the pocket like that. And what that does is it just gives us a little bit more room in this pocket to put something, because now we have this part open. So you can do it this way, you can do it another way, however you like. So that is our structure of our folio so far. So I think it's looking really cute. Okay, so let's work with our little bits of ephemera now. So this is all of the ephemera. Well, not all of it. There's a couple more pieces, but most of the stuff that I have cut out. It's amazing how many things will fit in this little folio. So I've got these two flip-up tags. So those ones I'm going to stick into the taller one. I'm going to put into this tall pocket that is at on the front here. I was just going to show you this, so I'm glad this happened. This one won't go in, so I probably glued the side. See, I can see where I glued the side a little bit. So if you take your bone folder and just really gently loosen that paper up, if it gets accidentally glued a little bit, and then your tags will fit right in. So I generally do that to all my pockets before I start. See, that one's stuck a little bit as well. That one was stuck a little bit more. So there's a little trick. These little tabs, I thought I would stick on these little tiny pockets here. So let's do that. You can put your tabs wherever you like, or not use them at all. I'm just going to stick them in here. Okay, so I have those little tabs put on. In these slanted pockets, I'm going to put these guys in here. And you wouldn't have to put these in. These ones would fit as well. So you can, mix and match, whatever you like, but I'm going to put these in there. And then everything has something in a pocket there. On this side, I'm going to, on these big vertical ones, I'm going to stick these two little folder things. Oh, also on this side, these taller, skinny, taller, scripty ones, I'm going to put into these two pockets on the front of the diagonal pockets there. Then on this side, I have these three shorter pockets, which I'm going to stick into here. If you find that your pockets, these ones are good, if you find that your tags are kind of falling out a little bit, a couple of things. You could cut off the tabs just on the sides. That will tighten up your pocket before you put it on. Or we've got little bits of ephemera left, so you can stick in a couple of other bits, and that will help tighten up your pocket as well. So like that, that's probably a good place for those anyways. This I'm going to do a little closure on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue about from here up on my tag, and I'm just going to glue that onto the top flap. Just make sure you're not going to glue on the bottom. That one's good. Then I'm going to grab a Velcro dot. These are just some really flat Velcro dots. I think I actually got these from Temu. Comes with, actually there's 1,008 pieces. And I can't remember how much it was, but a couple of dollars. This will last me a long time, and they're really nice and small, and really flat. And this, the one piece, the hook side is clear. Just gonna put a little bit more glue here. It didn't go quite far enough. And then I'm going to stick that onto there. So I'm just going to leave that for a second to get that to adhere. This piece, this was the only piece that wasn't printed on the back of the ephemera kind of stuff, because this was on a page with pockets. So what I did is, you could back it on something if you like, but it's too big to fit into here like this anyway, so I wanted to fold it up. So I inked on the bottom, or on the back rather, and then I'm just going to fold it like roughly in thirds. And then that will be good to tuck into one of the pockets. So I'll do that. I think inside here, is it ready to come off yet? Should be okay. So in here, I thought I would stick maybe one of these and this piece of antique ledger like that. And then that will close up. And then this one, you know, play around, figure out where you want it. Maybe I'll just stick it right in there. So everything has a place now. You can fold it up. This one will stick out a little bit if you want to put it into, whoops, put it into a different pocket. You can do that. And there is your folio. So cute. Then you can decide how you want to close it. I just have this piece of some, I don't know, crepe ribbon sort of thing. I'm not sure what they exactly call it. Ruffly ribbon. So I can just tie a nice little bow with this on the front, especially if this is going to be like a standalone project. I think that looks really cute. So you can do that. Another way you can close it, you could just use a piece of like baker's twine or something. If you're putting it in a journal, you don't want all that bulk. Another thing I use sometimes is just one of these clips, and it just clips it closed. So anything like that will work. We do have a few pieces left. Just gonna grab them out here. That's it. So you've got the birds and French coffee and a number and a circle and a couple of these. So you can decide, like for instance, this is kind of the birds there. So maybe I will just put a label on there. So that looks really cute there. I could put something else on here or on here. That would be a nice little accent there. I could put a label on here. I've got this whole pocket here, so I could stick this here. That would look nice. I could put this there. I could do them both. That actually would look kind of nice. I could put like a number as well there. So that would be a nice little thing. But what the other thing that you can do is, this all comes from the Junk Journal Studio. All the papers and stuff come from the Winter Collage and Cluster Mega Pack. Most of it. There's a couple little bits that don't. So if you have this kit, all of the bits and pieces for this kit coordinate with this folio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a few bits from here, and then I'll be right back and I'll show you just a few ways that you can really kick this up a notch if you have the kit. And if you don't have the kit and you get the kit, it's not just to decorate the folio, you can use it for all kinds of other projects as well. So I'll be right back. All right, so I've added a few little things. I'll show you what I added. I just decided this was the closure for my other folio, And I thought that would make an awesome closure for here too. I just, because it's a little bigger, I just wound it around a couple of times. But you could also use this like I showed you before. And the profile is not horrible for all the stuff that we have in there. It's kind of amazing. So if you were sending this from Happy Mail, you could also flatten it, you know, to this extent and stick it in an envelope. So options. So I just wanted to show you a little bit, you know, what I added here. I decided to do it off camera because you probably didn't need to see me glue things, but so this is one of the little flips. I just put a little belly band here with a couple of little items there. And on the back, I glued one of the beautiful images. This side, this is the back, so I did a little collage there. I really like how that turned out. This one, I just added a tiny little label. This was the other flip. So here I did a little pocket at the bottom, and I have a few things in the pocket from the kit. And the back, I have a little tiny collage as well. So that's in that pocket. And then on this side, I don't think I added anything to those guys. These ones I just put a little tag, a little label on, Adventure and Snowflakes on those two. And in here, I added these labels here. Added this tiny little label there. On these little tags, I put a tiny little label on there. And a label on this one as well on the front. And a label on the front and the back of that one. And a little tiny label there. And a label on the back of that one. So labels, labels, labels. Labels just always make something look better. So in here, I tucked a little, one of the larger labels, pieces of ephemera, and I made that into a pocket. So there's another little cute little sledding card there with some little kids. And then here I added a little label. On this one, I just stapled a couple of the tickets just to make that a little bit more interesting. And then I put this snowflake here just to add a little bit to the flap there. There's still lots of room to write here. I thought this would be really neat to send to someone, especially someone who's maybe down a little bit in the winter, which probably could be a lot of people. And just, you know, write some little notes, some quotes, some scriptures, some encouragement. And then, you know, wouldn't that be a delightful thing for them to just receive this in the mail and just go through every, you know, every little bit. There's a little pocket and tags here, and they could read the back, and, you know, there'll be encouragement and just special things all over. I thought that would be a really, really special thing. So, and then this one as well, I did a little corner tuck and just tucked in one of the big labels there. Made a little collage at the back. So it's really endless. You know, you could keep adding and adding different things. Just so much fun. So I'll link this folio kit below. Again, it's a new collaboration between Pouring My Art Out for the Lord, that's me, and the Junk Journal Studio, that's Michelle. And so the kit can be found over on Michelle's Etsy store. The folio kit and also the winter cluster kit with all of the extra elements can both be found over there. And yeah, I hope you enjoy making that little project, and let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more little projects like this. Thanks, friends. Blessings.